Hello, my name is Amy Richardson of Richardson Professional Solutions, where we provide back office solutions for small businesses. And I'm bringing some value to you today by meeting with one of our community members. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Kevin Hunt. Kevin, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Kevin Hunt. I own Hunt Retirement and Insurance Solutions in Clearwater, South Carolina, here locally. I've been in business for over 22 years.
All right. So like me, you have a small team, right? Can you tell me about your team and where you're located?
I do. Our insurance team consists of 6 people. So my niece, Tabitha, has been working with me for over 20 years.
Wow.
And she is our office manager and handles the day-to-day operations. My daughter, Eva, is one of our personal lines salespeople. She's been with me over 10 years. We have a retired school teacher, David Hill, who's been with me for about 6 years. He also is on personal insurance side. During COVID, we took the big leap to add commercial insurance to our portfolio, and we brought on Stephen Langley, and he's just been doing a fantastic job. I brought him in from actually Easy Go here locally. And then we also have Rochelle that works for us, taking care of customer service needs.
All right. Sounds great. And you said you were located in Clearwater, right?
Yes, Clearwater, South Carolina. So if you're going up the Aiken-Augusta Highway and cross over into South Carolina, we're 2 miles up on the right, just past North Augusta.
Okay. So being local, supporting local, we love that. So insurance can be this big, scary thing. So tell me a little bit about insurance and what I need to know as a small business owner.
So we offer personal and business insurance, car, home, and life insurance for the individuals, and most everything from bonds to the whole gamut on commercial side. We are licensed in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia.
Okay.
So 4 states. So most of our clients obviously are here in the CSRA, and we're local with them.
Okay, perfect. So what would you say makes you different from all the other guys out there in our area, or gals, that offer insurance for your business?
There's a few things. Number one is I was what's called a captive for 17 years. And 5 years ago, I went out on my own and created an independent brokerage service.
Okay.
So more and more, there's a move to call a 1-800 number to simply save money.
Mm-hmm.
But what you don't realize with that 1-800 agency is that, number one, they're not allowed legally to give you any advice.
Okay.
And we can give advice locally here. Secondly is you don't know who that person is. They don't know who you are. Every time you call, it's a different person. Mm-hmm. They may be in the Midwest. They may be in another country.
Right.
So we're right here in the CSRA. 5 of our 16 members are anyway. My daughter works remotely from North Carolina.
Okay.
But the rest of us are here with a physical office that you can come to, and we get to know our clients. And when you call us, the same people that talk to you, so we can get to know you. We can give you advice. Recently with the hailstorms, for example, we can say, hey, maybe you need to have a roofer look at this situation before you file a claim, because a claim can count against you. Maybe it's minor damage or no damage at all.
Right. Wow. That's a lot. Good to know.
Yeah.
So thinking of being a business owner who needs insurance, but I know nothing about insurance, right? Way over my head. What is something I need to know, or maybe a myth or common misconception that business owners may have about insurance?
Sure. There's 3 myths that I would mention. And before that, too, I mentioned captive versus being an independent broker. So a captive agency would, there's some fantastic ones. I have some friends that are captive. I was a captive for a number of years. What that means that you have one company that you do business with.
Oh, okay.
And that one company may be a fantastic option, but they're limited by the offerings that one company has. So as an independent broker, we have 50 different companies that we deal with currently, and we're constantly adding and deleting companies as need be. We in our agency are kind of like a dating service. So we're trying to take the needs of our individual clients and our business clients and marry those to the needs of the company. So the company that may be a great fit for you, Amy, may be a horrible fit for me, and vice versa.
Wow.
So we try to marry that. Some of the myths that are out there's some that come to mind. Number one, on workers' compensation. So the law is if you have fewer than 4 employees, you don't have to carry it. What a lot of people don't realize, though, is let's say you have 2 employees. If one of those employees gets hurt on the job, you're still liable as a business owner. And people don't think about that. So you may want to weigh the options of, even though it's not required, should I carry it anyway, especially if you're in the trades where you're dealing with heavy equipment or that sort of thing.
Right.
The second one is on commercial automobile insurance. So if you threw me the keys to your personal automobile and said, hey, run an errand for me, Kevin, I'm automatically covered on your personal car insurance policy.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you have a commercial vehicle, if I'm not listed on your policy, there's no coverage whatsoever in most cases.
Wow.
So that's something that a lot of business owners don't realize. They're just in the habit of they own the business, they own the truck. Hey, here's the keys to my truck.
Mm-hmm.
Go do an errand, and that's not a good idea at all in the business world.
Okay.
And the other thing also is business owners. We oftentimes say, "Well, I own the business. I can do what I want to do," and that is certainly true. But if there's a change in business services or products, you may not have coverage on that. Maybe I'm a painter, but I do interior painting. So I'm not going up more than 8 or 10 feet in the air. I'm inside. Mm-hmm. Then my buddies, the pastor of First Baptist Augusta maybe, and they say, can you paint my steeple for me? And I say, sure. I'm not covered for that because my insurance policy is for interior painting. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's that lawn care company that just does weed eating and blowing and mowing. Mm-hmm. Maybe that customer asked them to do sprinkler systems for them. And they're like, oh, sure, I know how to do that. Again, not covered necessarily. So you want to make sure that as you add products or services that you get with your insurance agency to make sure that you do have that proper coverage on there.
Okay, that's definitely good to know. So thinking about those interesting projects that you just mentioned, so painting a steeple or doing those sprinkler systems. So you and your business, what is the most interesting client or project that you've ever had to work with?
I don't know that one particular comes in mind. With 20 plus years in doing business, I've met all sorts of folks and circumstances. One of the things that I really, truly love about my business is every client is different. Mm-hmm. And so even on the personal side, each person has a story, and on the business, each business has a story as well. Right. And hearing those people's story and getting to know those clients is a joy to me. And then, sure, one person coming in and maybe their insurance fits a nice and neat in a little box, mm-hmm. And that's great. We certainly handle those, but I personally enjoy circumstances where there's extenuating circumstances and maybe there's claims or they do something that's very unique in their business, and it's a little bit more challenging to find a company that wants to do that, mm-hmm. and or wants to do it for a reasonable price. There's, sometimes there's companies that say, oh, we'll do it, but it's a crazy premium. So we work a lot harder to find that good match for them.
Okay. So if I wanted to transition my insurance to your firm, or if I don't have insurance, shame on me, and wanted to get insurance, what would you need from me? How much lead time would you need? How do we get this relationship started?
Great question. So on the personal side, most circumstances are done same day. Because we work with multiple companies, it's not necessarily 15 minutes, which would be an advantage of either a 1-800 number or even a captive. They can do it much quicker. Because we're shopping with multiple companies, it takes us a little longer. But we can turn around personal insurance same day. Commercial insurance, it really depends because there's so many different nuances from company to company and business to business. It can be the same day. But it can also take multiple weeks even in some really, for a large company with complexity. We have a mining company, for example, that works in multiple states, and that was a bit more of a challenge. We did find them solutions, but it took a little while.
Right, I can imagine. Okay, so anything else you feel like I need to know?
Just call local, make sure that you find a local agency. And that we don't use those 1-800 numbers at all. But then within that, I'm big on relationships. So I think it's very important, more than price, to be quite honest, is to find an agent or an agency that you feel comfortable with.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Kevin. It's been awesome. Let everybody know how they can get in touch.
You can visit us online at www.huntinsurance.us or call us at 803-341-9060.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.